all down. Let's get into it, shall we? We're going to start off with this. Well, you guys know that Paramount has just been taken over by Skydance. It's now official. It's all done, signed, sealed, delivered, the whole thing. And we talked a lot about a number of things they've already announced. The fact that they're aiming for 15 theatrical films per year. The fact that their top priorities right now are things like Top Gun, Star Trek, World War Z, and others from all the IP that they have right now. They also talked about the fact that they're not really interested all that much in streaming movies. I mean, sure, after the theatrical, but they are focused on theatrical movies. Well, there's been another whisper going around that is now picking up traction as more and more sources are coming forward that taking over Paramount may not be the end of it. Because there's a story coming out of Bellani's Puck right now that they have sources telling them that Paramount buying the good folks over at Warner Brothers is actually one of their priorities. Puck wrote the following. They said, but one source who said he knew definitively that Skydance has long planned a move on Warner pointed to last week's announcements that the motion picture group, Warner, is about to cut 10% of its staff. Warner Brothers is having a banner run of movies right now. We've talked about this. They just set a record with 6 films in a row opening to 40 million or plus, never been done before. And they're announcing layoffs, he said. Reading between the lines, they're preparing the company for sale. They need to scale up. Warner Brothers declined to comment. Okay. So this is a different sort of beast than if, say, Disney was looking at buying Warner Brothers, or if NBC Universal was looking to buy Warner Brothers, because they are much bigger companies than Skydance and Paramount are. And I have the feeling that if Paramount did try to make a move to take over Warner Brothers, that they wouldn't run into too many government problems. Let's just say it's obvious that they're not above trying to grease the wheels at government to try to get the things they want done. But also they're a smaller company. Like it's not as anti-consumer as, let's say, a huge monolith like Disney or NBC Universal were to take it over. It's less problematic that way. Now, some people may understandably ask, well, why would Paramount even want Warner Brothers? Why would they want to spend like Skydance only had to spend like $8 billion to get Paramount. They'll have to spend like $30 billion to get something like Warner Brothers. But why could they want it? Well, I mean, take a look at this. Right now, Netflix is the king of the hill when it comes to streaming, right? 301 million subscribers, give or take. These are numbers, or of the most recent numbers I've been able to find. They might be a little bit different, but basically you're getting the ballpark here. So Netflix at about 301 million. Amazon Video at 200 million. Disney Plus in third at 127.8 million. Now, once you get down to fourth, that's when you get HBO Max. And HBO Max right now sitting at somewhere between 122 and 125 million subscribers. Paramount down in fourth place is 78. Okay, then you got Hulu at 55 and Peacock at 41. The cock, as we call it around here. So look at that Paramount and HBO number, though. If Paramount were to take over Warner Brothers and merge in their streaming services, you suddenly easily leapfrog over Disney. And now you're pretty much in second place, only about 100 million behind Netflix as a dominant streamer. And it's not just the numbers, because when you actually look at it, Rob, look at symmetry, basically. Paramount is really killing it with their programming. They're killing it with their programming, particularly a lot of the Taylor Sheridan stuff, but they have other IPs and stuff like that. They're doing great with that. HBO has great programming, but they also have this huge slate of Warner Brothers movies that are on there and that will be going there. All those 6 movies we just talked about, all going to be on HBO Max.
Sinners is already on there.
Sinners is already there. We're about to get, a number of other things too. So this suddenly becomes a very attractive package. And one of the things that they said in that Puck newsletter, Rob, that really does ring true. It is very odd that Warner Brothers is doing layoffs right now when they're on their best streak ever since Discovery took it over. They're clearly in their best stretch right now. since taking over Warner Brothers. And the only real explanation, at least to me, that's feasible seems to maybe they are looking to sell and maybe Paramount is a buyer. I don't know, Rob, you're looking at this landscape. Do you think Paramount could be angling to get Warner Brothers? If so, why? Would it be a good idea, bad idea? How do you see it?
I don't think so. I mean, if anything, they could make an exclusive distribution deal with HBO Max if they wanted to. There was talk, I remember a couple years back when Eddie Murphy was doing his movies, that they might have a deal, an exclusive deal, Paramount would, with Netflix. But I think that, Warner Brothers as one of the oldest, most venerable studios in the world, we need Warner Brothers as its own entity. We need Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca. We need a different approach. I think Paramount needs to be honest, slow their roll and build their studio. Make Paramount a player, put it back on top of the mountain, so to speak, and I think really concentrate on their core business. They're making interesting moves. The UFC thing was really interesting. The fact that they're going to concentrate,
that was
huge, and the fact that they're going to concentrate on their IP. Really interesting. I mean, they're looking to expand their core business, but buying a whole nother studio and going through that rigmarole, and what are they going to do to own 2 lots and then combine it all? I think that's unnecessary, and it would diminish. The landscape of movie making is already contracting. The last thing we need to do, when 20th Century Fox was acquired and 20th Century Studios came out of the merger with Disney, at least they have somebody like the Quiet King of franchises, Steve Asbell, there to make sure that they're, once again, exploiting the Fox IP. We're getting Alien, we're getting Predator, we got Hellraiser, we're getting some new interesting movies out of 20th Century Studios. I want to see that happen at Paramount. I want to see it not combine with another studio into some behemoth that's going to be unruly, and then they're going to have to part out. They don't need 2 different studios. They don't need all of that infrastructure. Make a deal with HBO Max and announce it, but then they've still got Paramount Plus, and so I don't know, man. I would not like to see them merge with Warner Brothers at all.
I understand, and I agree. I mean, because, my basic philosophy here is that I want more competition. I want more competitors in the field, not less. But if I'm Paramount and if I have the money, and remember, Elson he's got daddy money. Daddy's got all the money. Daddy runs he's got to tap into however much money he wants. Remember his sister had Annapurna Pictures?
Yeah.
I mean, Daddy's got all the money in the world. So, and look, I'm just saying from Paramount's point of view, having Warner Brothers added to the slate when they've got DC up and rolling now, they've got originals firing on all cylinders. If they could grab that, and then instantly, like that, have the number 2 streaming service in the world, just like that. Again, whether I want to see it kind of isn't the question, because I'm with you. I would rather not. And if they want to sell Warner Brothers, sell it to somebody else. I mean, somebody that's not already one of the major studios. But I'm just saying, from Paramount's point of view and from Paramount's perspective, depending on the dollar amount, I could see why this would be very attractive. Like really attractive. But to your point, Rob, hey, how about you make one movie first?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's, I remember when the LA Clippers signed like James Harden and like signed a bunch of guys, and they were talking, we want to create a dynasty of title runs. And everybody in the sports world was like, hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe you get on the court and play one game before you start talking about how many titles you're going to win. And it's great. Listen, I love a lot of the stuff, Rob, that Paramount's been saying. Top Gun focus, Star Trek focus, theatrical focus, longer theatrical windows. I love hearing, but it's all just things to say, speak. Let's see what they're able to do.
Yeah. And also
that's going to be the key thing.
It's still all about your content, and making movies is incredibly difficult. Finding great material is even more difficult. People sometimes when they talk about these mergers, they act like it's just, it's really easy to find great material. and we can all go make it. Anyone who works in the business knows that it's incredibly difficult to find really great material that you want to invest $100 million in. And then once you've done that, you can have the greatest people in the world involved. But with every project, there's a little bit of alchemy. There's a little bit of spinning straw into gold. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But it's a very difficult thing to create a heady concoction of elements that come out to be a Top Gun Maverick. Because if it was so easy, they'd run every movie that would come out would make $1.5 billion, and they don't. So running 2 studios means you have to find twice the material, and that is not an easy thing to do.
Somebody in the live chat is saying, I think what Paramount wants to do is buy the TV division that Warner Brothers is spinning off. Nobody wants the TV division. The TV is dying. Cable is the stuff everybody's trying to get out of. They might take it as a part of the package if they need to, but I don't think they're looking just to acquire that. Anyway, guys, question is for you. More reports are coming out that Paramount may be looking to buy Warner Brothers. I could see why they would want it, but is it a good idea? That's another question entirely. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.